You know what the thing is you could do is the rest of your life, how you present yourself on social media. That might be more indicative for us to tell whether or not you're lascivious. Women give this terrible advice that when a guy breaks up with them or ghosts them, it's because he couldn't handle you or he was intimidated. If you care about your female friends, stop fucking lying to them and saying he was intimidated. We're not intimidated. We have preference. I personally don't like pickles. Because I don't like pickles doesn't mean I'm intimidated by pickles. It's just a fucking preference that I have.
Yeah.
So what happens is if a man wants to marry you, do you know what he does? He asks you to marry him.
Yeah.
If a man wants to have sex
clear.
with you, he has sex with you. If a man wants to be in a relationship with you, guess what he does? He asks you to be in a relationship. All these games you guys play, that's in your head. Not for us. It's much simpler with us. So what I would tell a woman is pay attention to actions and not words, and don't pay attention to the words at all. And you're going to have a much clearer understanding of where your relationship is.
Yes.
Does that make sense? If he can, if he keeps calling you at, midnight, that means he doesn't respect you as a long-term partner. But you just pay attention. I was just thinking, if I was having this conversation with my daughter, I would say, we're only going to pay attention to his actions.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell me the story again, remove all the words, and then tell me what happened.
Dang.
It makes way more simple. It makes way more sense because as men, we don't need to play those emotional games where we triple guess ourselves. When we want to ask you on a date, you know what we do? We ask you on a date.
Always.
When we don't want to date you anymore, do you know what we do? We don't date you anymore. We're not playing a game to create interest. We're just doing the thing that we want to do because we're men.
Yeah.
Make sense?
It's very clear.
But what I'm saying is like guys would not have sex with a girl or be in a relationship with a girl. Well, I'm lying. Some guys would be in a relationship with a girl that they first date they had sex with. That's why I'm like, I don't understand why you guys say playing games, because it's like, okay, say I hold out for like 3 weeks. You feel me? And it's like, okay, and then you eventually decide to have sex with them. A dude would still see like, okay, you're a whore because you didn't wait long enough until I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, I don't think most guys are going to do. If you wait 3 weeks or 2 weeks, I don't think a guy's like, well,
they wouldn't wait around.
It was 18 days instead of 22 days. Therefore, she's a whore. Like their perception of you is not really going to be about how many days you make them wait. Now, if we just met at Live and we start having sex in the car before we get home, then I might consider this woman might be a bit promiscuous. That's an extreme example. But I don't. This idea of like you making guys wait specifically so that they don't think you're. You know what the thing is you could do is the rest of your life, how you present yourself on social media. That might be more indicative for us to tell whether or not you're lascivious, whether or not you're slutty.
Yeah.
1,000%. Like if you really love your daughter, you're going to coach her up on the things that high level men are looking for and where to navigate to not make those mistakes, like fucking in a car at Live. Like you have to talk your daughter through that. Hey, maybe you shouldn't put your titties on the internet. I know the other girls are doing it because it garners attention. I actually feel really bad for young girls right now because they if their attention is currency on Instagram, social media, the way they get it is skin. You have to navigate and coach your daughter through that, as well as the signals to look for in a man. And one thing I would tell my daughter to look for is, does he invest in you at all? Does he invest in you? Not monetarily.
No.
Is he trying to build you up? Because a man, truly, one of his jobs is to, if he's going to have a queen, right? He's going to build her up to the point where she can sit at a table that she's never sat at before, and nobody knows the difference.
Love
right?
that.
If he's taking her on that ride, right? He's going to develop her to be what he needs her to be.
So I have a question, totally off the wall. Am I allowed to ask a question? I don't want to.
Yes.
So what if it's a situation, because you said the world is changing and you even said that a lot of stuff is messing up because of social media. What if it's like my I'm a man, my wife is, I want to get her more out there. She maybe has a business and she needs exposure, any kind of exposure.
There is no condition where a high level man is going to want to promote his wife to make money. I don't see it.
Okay.
Are you guys married?
Because if he's doing what he's supposed to do, no.
So what did
if
you?
he's doing what he's supposed to do, he doesn't need her to make money.
So what did you mean by the table that she would sit at and nobody knows the difference?
So he can take her on a yacht in Dubai and be able to have a conversation where she makes him look like a high level man.
Say less. I just wanted to understand what table.
So if everybody, a lot of times men get judged off their woman. So if you have a young lady that you want to invest in, you teach her how to sit at that table with that sheikh or that business guy, or the person that you need her to do well with, so she can make you look good at the table, not only for the man, but possibly create a bond with his girl so you can make money together.
But you would never put her at that table to be in a position to make money. I'm just trying to ask I'm trying to wrap my mind around the table. Like, go ahead and finish. I'll ask my question. So you're saying you would never put her at a table that's a money making table, just a conversation table, like a representation of you table. You would never.
If I was talking to my daughter, I'd say pay attention to the man that's trying to develop you to take you places, not monetarily take you places, but put you at a table in an important situation, because that's more of a bond.
Okay.
Right.
Develop character, develop understanding of situation.
That's what I was saying.
Holding yourself
you talked
to
about building competencies about an hour and a half ago, right? Yeah. Some of these competencies are things that women are not going to learn unless they learn it from a high level man. Like, hey, listen, when we sit at the table, the forks work like this. Hey, put your napkin like this. When you go to leave the table, act like this.
Yeah, my grandma
You're
told me
building her up to be classy enough to be able to sit in that restaurant with that millionaire in Miami. Those are the little tips that you're telling her. It's an investment in the girl, not monetarily, but actually in her ability to sit with you in a place when he has, like, when he needs you, when he has to have you, right? So that's
would you not be like scared she would just go find somebody like else once you teach her this stuff?
No, bro. Not if you're a big G. No, fuck no. Replace me. No, seriously.
I dare you.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, like, I told a girl this one time. I'll never forget it. We were gonna break up, and I said, listen, I'm not even mad, because she was getting mad at me about something with some chicks. I said, you're gonna have a harder time replacing me than I have replacing you.
I hate when niggas say that, because it's true.
But she came back to me a week later. She said, it really upset me, but I do know it's true.
It's true.
So, and that's why I would tell my sons, listen, bro, life isn't fair. Fuck empathy. Don't put your feelings involved. It's not going to be a fair fight. You need to get a massive advantage, ruthlessly get a massive advantage, and you'll win.